Monday Night Football Week 2. Here we are at the Money Line Grind. It is your boy Dame. I got two picks for you, and then I have a six-leg parlay of the day that features both games. You have three picks from each game, and then there's a 50% same game parlay boost that DraftKings is giving out. We could talk about just kind of the blah start. I think if you incorporate the lay of the day we had, we're kind of like an even money. Sunday was pretty decent for me. Didn't put any public picks out just because I couldn't share the research really. Those were more gut picks, and I wouldn't do that to you guys. I only give you guys stuff that I've looked up. Anyway, let's dig into what we got. Two picks, and then we got that six-leg same game parlay featuring both games tonight. Starting off, I think this is my favorite pick. Why not? Yeah, let's go for it. CJ Stroud over 10.5 rushing yards, minus 110. I got at this late, and then I don't have the book. I think it's Bet 365 that had that. I got this at over 11.5 at minus 118. But let's dig in. 5 rushing attempts for 32 yards in week 1 against another high blitzing defense. He's averaging 36 rush yards per game in his last 3, dating back to last season. And with the Texans facing a few key injuries, right? You have Mark Andrews at center. He's gone. Ed Ingram has not played yet. You're going to mix that with the defense that they're going to face, which is going to be high blitz. Buccaneers defense is going to be looking to make a name for themselves. And I think CJ's going to have to scramble. He's going to have to run. He's going to have to attack the attackers, and I think he has the legs for it. Only concern here is what if they get into victory formation and he has to take 2 or 3 knees, loses 4 or 5 yards, But I do like CJ Stroud. He is dynamic. I'm not concerned about anything. The dude has a great feel for the game. I think he feels pressure very well at that. And then we go to the other game. We got the Chargers and the Raiders. I'm taking Justin Herbert to throw at least 2 touchdowns. Minus 115 on Bet 365. Of course, I get it at minus 125. Hopefully, you guys have Bet 365. Herbert, 2 TDs in 5 regular season games in a row, dating back to last season. 2 of those 5, he threw 3 TDs, hat tricks. Raiders' pass defense looked very suspect against the Patriots. I'm not too sure. That's a good sign. I'm not a believer. Week 1, allowing the 5th most pass yards at 276 yards and the 2nd most completions against the Patriots. Going to give the Chargers the edge as the better offense. We're comparing the Patriots and the Chargers here. And I think the offense last week in week 1 for the Chargers did a great job at avoiding penalties. If you're going to make some big plays, if you're going to want to march down the field, if you're going to get in scoring position, you can't have penalties. And I think that's something that sometimes when we look at sports, at least for football, we don't look at penalties as much. So those are my 2 picks. Still on the conservative side of just a couple of picks at a time until we build a little bit of a base here. We haven't done much yet, but this is the end of week 2. We have a lot more time, and you got to warm up. It's like a boxing match. You got to warm up. Here's the parlay of the day. Taking Nick Chubb, 40 or more rushing yards. Baker Mayfield, 200 or more passing yards. Dalton Schultz, 25 or more reception yards. And then the other game, Chargers money line over the Raiders. Herbert, of course, over 220 pass yards. And Keenan Allen is going to be a receiver of some of those, at least 40 receiving yards for him, for the parlay. That's plus 672. Turn that into plus 1009 with the 50% DraftKings boost. 10 brings us back 111. And that's what I have for you guys. I also, there's also some picks out there that I did like that just didn't want to, why can't Nick Chubb get 1 reception yard, especially if you're thinking there's going to be some blitz, there might be some hot routes, there might be some quick routes that Nick Chubb's just going to turn around and get. So maybe Nick Chubb gets 1 reception yard. What other picks that I like? Maybe some more for Dalton Schultz. I think 40 reception yards for Dalton Schultz will get you plus money. So I'm not too mad at that. Or Justin Herbert to throw the ball more. I also like, and I wasn't going to do this. I might do this on the side. Nico Collins. I like the under 79 reception yards. I just think the blitz will be hard to make those big plays down in Texas. Anyway, both games in the Dome. Let's see what we got. Best of luck. Let's get this money.